Alright folks, today I'm going to show you how to create a workday schedule for yourself using Google Sheets. Your first step is you're going to go to Google Classroom and you're going to open the link to this spreadsheet that will appear in the document assignment for the week's assignments, and it will create a copy for you, so you should have your own personal copy to work on. Some things to notice are I have an example schedule off to the right, and I have a list of things to include in the middle. And over here on the left, this blank one, that's your copy to fill in. So as you're creating your schedule, make sure to include time when you're getting work done, and you could just call it work time, or you could be more specific about which subject you're going to work on during which time. Time to take breaks, time to be active, time to be creative, and when you're starting and stopping. That's an important thing, making sure that you're stopping at a certain time, just like you would when you get home from school. All right, so looking at my schedule here, I chose to break it down by subject area, and I like to color code. So I have starting and ending yellow, active and brain break time orange, meal times are purple, academic work times are green, etc. But you can do whatever you would like on your schedule. The very first thing you're going to do is begin with your first time entry, which is your start time, and maybe you've been waking up a little bit later. So you might want to say 8 o'clock a.m., wake up. And notice that in order for me to type in each of these cells, they're called cells, I'm clicking on the cell and it's outlining itself in blue. That means that is the cell I'm typing in. And I can say maybe I'm ready to eat breakfast by 8:30. The morning is a good time to be active. So maybe 9 a.m. is active time. And maybe you're more specific. Maybe you take your dog for a walk. And you can just click out of the cell. Something that happens if you type longer than the width of the cell is it will cut off. So what you can do is you can click on that cell, you can go to Format, and you can go down to this option that says Text Wrapping. Right now the check mark is next to Overflow. That means it's going off of the cell. You can click Wrap, and then it will keep everything in the cell. So the first thing you're going to do is type in all of your work times and break times and everything else. And then you can choose to add some color if you would like. How you add color is you click on a cell and you go to this little paint bucket tool. And if this toolbar doesn't appear, then look for the little more button, these three little dots. So click on the paint bucket and choose a color. Maybe I want that to be blue. Maybe I want breakfast to be pink and active time to be yellow. And you can customize colors as well by going down here. Great. So I chose to have all of my times be one color. You can make them all different or no color, but if you want to have multiple cells be the same color, you click on the first cell you want, you hold down the Shift key, and then you click on all of the other cells that you want to be that color. And then you can put in the color that you want. And that goes for all of the colors. Okay. So the first thing we need to do again is think about what we're doing at what time during the day. And everyone's schedule is going to look a little bit different. Then we can choose to add color. And lastly, we can work on the border if we want. This little grid box here is the border tool. So you can again click on everything by hitting Shift, holding down Shift, and then clicking everything that you want to select. It should all highlight blue. Then you can play around with the borders. You could choose to just have the outside be a border. You could choose to have there be no borders. This one means everything has a border. You could change the color of your border. You could make it thinner. You could make it double line. You could make it dotted. Whatever you would like. I like black personally just because it stands out a little bit more. All right. So once you're done filling in your schedule with times and activities, and you've made sure to include everything on this list, you can go through and you can delete all of the things that I added here, because if you notice, you kind of have set sizes for your cells, and that's because of what's happening over here. So again, when you're done, you can adjust your whole screen by deleting everything. And notice I highlighted what I wanted to delete. And when I hit delete, it's actually just going to delete the text. So I need to go to reset to get rid of the color, and I need to get rid of the borders over here. All right. And now you have some flexibility with the sizes of your cells. You could also choose to make everything bigger by making the text size larger. And you can make the cells bigger by clicking in between the letters up top and dragging the lines, going this way or this way. You can just play around with it a little bit. You could even write some notes to yourself over here, like on Saturdays. Oh, well, it's now. I guess we're not going to do our schedule for Saturdays. On Tuesdays, my family does a Zoom breakfast meeting. Oops. I've lost where I'm going a little bit there. Okay. Something like that. Oh, and remember, because it's getting cut off, I can go to text wrapping. I can hit wrap. Oh, and I see. It's because this cell is not quite big enough. There we go. So feel free to add whatever you would like, but make sure that you have created a schedule for yourself that works for most days of the week to make sure that you're getting all of your work done and that you're taking care of yourself. Also, feel free to let me know if you have any questions.